Welcome everyone to episode 37 of the Cosme Reads. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Our podcast is about to become middle aged.
I know, man. We're almost over the hill.
37, man. Shoot.
37. Wow.
It's time for it to start. Time for it to start. Getting a Mazda Miata as a sports car.
I got scared because I'm 34. It's like, wait, hold on.
Speaking of the Mazda Miatas, you say that, and I remember in my 20s, I was at a local bar that no longer exists, and there was a guy probably in his late 40s, early 50s, who had just gotten a brand new Mazda Miata, 30-day tags on it, and was trash. Stumbles out from the bar, gets in his car, backs out, revs his engine a few times, peels out, and slams right into a parked truck. It was like,
Goals, dude.
Oh my gosh.
What I have to ask, what bar was this?
It was Boulevard.
Oh.
Wait, I remember
The
Boulevard.
old Boulevard. It closed down years ago.
Where was that?
Harpersville and Warwick.
Yep.
Where that it was like a Chinese restaurant.
Port
too,
Arthur.
No, Port Arthur was the Chinese.
Arthur.
That's still there. The Chinese restaurant's still there, but then
Boulevard was right next to
it
it.
was right next door.
I never went to Boulevard, but
Yeah,
I
it
used to go
closed
to Port
down
Arthur.
right when I was in my early 20s. I just started drinking when it closed. They got in trouble with ABC and a bunch of other stuff. So
I feel like there's more to the
with the
story.
government, there's a lot of that story. It was a very popular bar, but I think there was a lot of underage drinking going on there. So
Yeah. Boulevard. It had its niche. It was its thing.
That was fun. It was fun while it lasted. But yeah, the guy coming out and peeling out his brand new Mazda Miata right into a F-150.
First of all, the idea of a Mazda Miata peeling out at all is just like.
He revved up the engine first before dropping it in. I think he was in neutral. And I just revved it up and throws it in gear.
it's a Miata.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna peel out like for real.
If you rev up an engine in neutral and throw it in gear, it'll peel out. I mean, I had a Volvo station wagon.
Every
And I can
car-
peel that thing out.
I could do the same thing with any car, especially with a manual transmission.
Yeah.
I could make it happen.
Yeah,
But you could also do the same thing with any car with a parking brake. I mean, you could do that with a Toyota Camry right now.
yeah, true.
Put the parking brake on.
Rev it up and drop the yeah, you could.
Just drop the brake.
You could. Good point.
All right.
Anyways, hilarious. So that's my Mazda Miata story. The guy was bragging about it. We're like, it's a Mazda Miata.
Yeah, it's a Miata, man. I mean,
It's okay. Yeah, it's whatever. It was his thing. It was his thing until.
and I don't hate on Miatas. I mean, if you just want to just like have an open top car and ride like a country road, it is probably a great experience for that.
Dude, yeah.
Don't go take one and think you're going to race a Mustang. No, it ain't going to
Nah.
happen, right?
Yeah, unless it's highly modded. I guess you could like soup it up a whole lot, but even then,
Maybe. I mean,
why would you?
right?
Yeah, it's like the guys who used to take like Honda Civics and stuff like that, and like soup
That's
them
different,
up.
though. See,
That's
a
different?
whole,
Okay.
that's a whole different.
That's the whole
thing.
genre in that. Okay.
Yeah, see, because it has a lot of pedigree, and I mean, that was the whole thing that spawned the Fast and the Furious was this
I guess.
whole modding community that was out there
Yeah.
and taking Honda Civics and just making them like jet
Sleeper cars.
powered.
Yeah.
It was pretty insane stuff. So
Yeah, that was like when I was in college. My car I drove was a Chevy Camaro, but it was a stock Chevy Camaro. But the previous owner had took out the regular engine and dropped a Buick 357, because it was GM to GM, so you could do that.
yeah.
But so it fit just underneath the hood. I mean, literally, there's no space but an engine in there. Like it was just crammed a giant engine in there.
Yep.
And it was one of those sleeper cars because everybody thought it was just a stock Camaro.
Mhm.
But no, it had a giant Buick block in there that just would, yeah. It got it. I could peel out of that.
Oh sure,
Just-
I mean,
just
but you're also taking a 357 engine, like one of the greats,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I did one engine swap years ago with a Chevy Caprice Classic, and put it into an old truck, and
yeah.
I was surprised it actually did some things, but it was that's back when it was like a lot of fun, and it was like you could actually reach inside of an engine compartment and do stuff.
Yeah.
So intertwined and compact, you can't even just put your hand in an engine and like the things now. It's just drama.
And since we're on tangents about cars, one of my dad's friends in college, he had one of those old Beetles, the Volkswagen Beetles from the 60s,
Mhm.
and found out that actually you could swap out that engine with a Porsche 911 engine. It would fit.
Yeah, that's actually I've heard allegories about that. I've never seen it.
So one of his friends in college did it and actually got pulled over on the interstate. They clocked him at 100 miles an hour, and the cop like let him go, thinking that his radar must not be calibrated because there's no way this thing can go 100 miles an hour. like, it's like this thing tops out 55 tops. Like, there's no way. He's like, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Those things yeah. Those things also are classic mod cars. Those old VW Beetles.
The Beetles, yeah,
exactly.
Man. Sounds cool. All right. Well, anything
all right.
Well,
enough of the car talk. Car talk. With tech.
Yeah.
How
do we bring this back now? So 37 Miatas.
Yeah.
Well, so it starts with Satan slapped his horse on the rump. So I think we're right there.
The equivalent of Satan's Miata.
And the horse took off like a VW Beetle with a Porsche swapped engine.
Like 1 horsepower.
Right.
Let's start with the epigraph. So, because it's a pretty good one. Rashik didn't solve all the world's problems. In fact, with each thing he did fix, he created new issues. However, he was clever enough that every subsequent problem was smaller than the ones before it. So instead of plants that died from the distorted sun and ashy ground, we got plants that didn't provide quite enough nutrient. He did save the world. True, the near destruction was also his fault in the first place, but he did an admirable job. All things considered, at least he didn't release ruin into the land as we did. So, hey. Rashik was trying to do good, right?
Yeah, sure.
At least he didn't release ruin. So,
I got thoughts on that when we get to the last chapters.
Okay.
Because we'll circle back to that when Ben starts having her inner monologue.
Okay.
About things.
Things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we're Sazed right now. So we're Sazed, Breeze, Alrion, Captain Gordell, and about 200 soldiers. And they're traveling towards Orto because this is the party that's going to, I guess, meet and try to be the ambassadors on their way. And while they're going, Sazed is also trying to find his religion. Still, he's warming back up to that idea. Him and Breeze have more talks, but he's actually, versus how he was a few chapters ago, like I'm sworn all our religions, he's starting to slowly come back around to maybe trying to find something.
Right.
I know he's never 100% left it, but I think he's warming more up to it. At least that's the vibe I got this chapter.
Mm-hmm.
As they're going, they pass a few farms. Gordell tells Sazed about his life and his family and everything like that. And you get to meet this guy Gordell, who leads the soldiers, from Luthadel. So, thoughts about all this before we get to the second half of this chapter, where Sazed goes back to an old location we know of.
Yeah, I mean that moment with Gordell and talking about how he grew up on a farm and he left because he didn't want to do the work of a farmer,
right?
Because it was kind of like they were forced into it. So he became a soldier, but he was making the point that all the people in the fields now, they're not forced to do anything other than farm to try to survive. So I think it was a cool point, just making about how they actually have hope. This new leadership is around, and they believe in kind of the movement that's happening under Elend, and I thought that was a nice message, especially for Sazed to hear in the place that he's been in kind of a dark, depressive.
Do we do any better? We freed the Scab, but here they are still working the fields, and Gordell's like, no, but it's different now. We're doing it because we need to, not because we're forced to.
Right.
Yeah.
And there is a difference there. That's a very,
Yeah.
very clear, distinct difference when you're doing something
Yeah.
out of necessity and to provide for your family versus being whipped and forced to do it for someone else's gain.
There you go. Yep.
So-
I feel like, and this is another one of those Orlando theory times here. I feel like Sanderson is telegraphing that Sazed is going to be the next Lord Ruler. I feel like he's
Ooh.
telegraphing it
Hot take.
subtly, but it's, and I've been feeling that way for like chapters and chapters on chapters, but I feel like it's just getting closer and closer, and I don't know. I just feel like there's something there that's kind of, especially when we start talking about how he's not wearing his bands like he was and all this kind of stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like he's telegraphing something to us. He's doing some foreshadowing.
Okay. Like the bad part about the Lord Ruler or a good part? Like be a good.
It's just being a reluctant figure that has to take on that which is crucial
Okay.
to combat the forces of the force of ruin, right? And he has like all this historical knowledge, etc.
Okay.
So who better to
Not a despot, not a dictator.
yeah, but
okay.
he's just an aware guy who could, take on that capability, do some amazing things, learn from the mistakes of those in the past, and shape the world in a better way somehow or another. I feel like there's some foreshadowing going on. I may be misreading some of those cues, but
Sure.
that's kind of what I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
I was also just gonna. I didn't pick up on that at all. That's an interesting point, but I was gonna say like just about like the farming going on, but also like are we calling them epigraphs or epitomes?
Epigraphs.
Epitome.
Epitomes.
Oh no, it's back.
Epitaphs.
They've put it out like Rashik's changing things in the plants and how they are much less nutritious now. So while there's hope in these farmers, I'm also like, is it all for nothing? Because are they just gonna make cultivate plants that they're gonna have to eat 20 times as much just to get the equivalent of a leaf of lettuce? Like, is it worthless?
Right.
But I don't know. There's a lot of themes of this the plants coming back and like what that's supposed to. I guess it symbolizes hope, but is it actually going to help them at all? We don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, hopefully it gets back to where they had green leaves instead of brown leaves, but I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually some plants out there that are so lacking in nutrition that we can eat that they actually burn more calories eating it. Like celery is one of those, because it's such a hard plant and has so little nutrients inside of it. Like celery is actually one of those ones in its stalk form, not when you're crushed up or have seasoning celery powder or celery salts or some of that. You burn more calories actually trying to chew through the celery than you actually do eating celery.
I mean, that's actually true for most water-based plants. You were talking about lettuce earlier. That's another one. You basically, there's so much water content to it.
Yeah.
And the nutritious content, you burn so much trying to just digest it that it kind of becomes almost negative, calories.
Yeah.
But
and there's been different studies about it. Some people say it's actually still a net positive because I'm looking it up right now. Celery has 14 calories per cup.
Right.
But to eat a cup of celery, how much calories do you burn and trying to chew through those stalks?
Right. That's the thing.
It's
like, yeah, because I mean, when they tell you something is 14 calories, that just literally means it takes 14. What is that called? 14 kilocalories to burn it. So it's like if you were to burn it as a fuel, that's how much energy you would get out of burning it.
Right.
That's all it really tells you. So you have to account for the fact that it's like, well, the act of picking your fork up and
chewing through it and actually
whatever, it probably negates that 14 calories.
Yeah, it's pretty close to negative, if not zero. You might get 1 calorie out of it, but you couldn't live off of it. Let's put it that way.
It wouldn't be recommended.
You would starve.
So only get celery juice delivered
Yeah.
from Whole Foods,
There you
so you
go.
don't have to travel or chew.
Are you just putting your Bloody Mary and then just have it there for just looks?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. That's right.
Let's see. One of the epigraphs said that he changed the people that live to be. Yeah. So yeah, it did. I think it was chapter 5. Yes. He did. The people actually he should change to be able to survive off less nutrients. Yes.
Well, he definitely
Interesting
changed
point.
people as he created new races of people.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
So the second, how the Koloss became so big.
We'll get to the Koloss. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway,
I wonder how many calories a Koloss has.
If you just ate one,
Yeah,
yeah, to eat
because
one.
that's what they eat, right?
they
Do
eat each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sazed leaves and breaks away temporarily because he could check something out because they're close by a place we've been to before. And the next half of this chapter, he arrives at the pits of Hathsin. And the Terrace people have relocated to the pits. And he's greeted warmly, and they pretty much say, like, hey, you're basically our new ruler. And he's like, no, I'm not. Dude, I'm a rebel. Like, you guys, he's like, no, you're like one of the last keepers is still alive. Like, we look to you now. Like, he's like,
Yeah, one person calls him Lord, and then one person says Your Majesty, and he's like, "Whoa,
whoa,
Come on, my
pump
guy.
the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Majesty." Mm-mm.
But he's really intrigued also by the pits themselves because he talks about that,
Yeah.
like wonders how many bodies up. Does he go down to the pits? Claustrophobic moment? I'm trying to remember if he does
If he ever went in the pits,
during this chapter.
I don't think so. I know he
Yeah.
said something about there's thousands of bodies in there because everybody had to bring back at least a little bit of
Mhm.
of
Yeah, no, he doesn't go down. He just
Adium.
talks to the Terrace people. Yeah,
adium. One pebble or whatever it is per week or something like that.
Sure.
If they didn't, then they would like die.
yeah, they're killed. Yep.
Yeah.
No, Lord Sazed, Your Majesty. He's like, no, don't cover that, please don't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, so they're looking at him like with some form of reverence, and he's not really having it. But I guess he's now becoming something else, not only to the Church of the Survivor, but also to the Terrace people too. So
Yeah.
maybe something to your point, Alonda. Maybe something's going on there. Yeah. And that's kind of in this chapter. Him going back to visit his people, and this party is still marching on.
Mm-hmm.
So anything from all this before we switch to our good buddy Les de Bones? This is an interesting chapter. Next one. At least I thought so.
Hey, it supported my theory time from last week.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Chapter 19. Yes, the ash was black. No, it should not have been. Most common ash has a dark component, but is just as much gray or white as it is black. Ash from the ash mounts, it was different. Like the mists themselves, the ash covering the land was not truly a natural thing. Perhaps it was the influence of Ruin's power, as black as preservation was white. Or perhaps it was simply the nature of the ash mounts, which were designed to create specifically to blast ash and smoke into the sky. It's a little bit about ash mounts. And I think that's really new. I mean,
What the
Breeze
color-
Breeze already had commented on the color of it because he wished it was red. We had a whole section where
Right.
Breeze was talking about how it's black. He's like, that's boring. I wish it was red.
Yeah, but what's this thing about preservation being white? Still, I mean, we have no idea what preservation is. We don't have
Okay.
idea what part of it's white. Where is it?
Hmm.
When's it going to show? You
Or
know,
has it?
again, we just got nothing right now. So
Sure.
I'm like, okay, you're saying it's white. What is it? A fluffy cloud or something? Nobody knows right now.
Nobody knows.
So,
If it's even a real thing or it's just some mythology.
I feel like don't cop out and find out like preservation is hope. Oh, then I'll just like if I have to hear hope is like an actual like being in one more book, I'm just gonna be like throw it through a TV.
Okay, so
just,
Zul says Rafa for preservation.
Well, sure, but
Yeah.
Again, it better not be like the concept of hope.
Yeah. All right. So we're with Spook, Les de Bornes. So last time we left Spook, he got stabbed and everything went black.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
now
said he was the recipient of a unplanned hemalurgical
okay.
Procedure.
Yes,
Procedure.
that was and I said there's no way he's dead, and that was how
Okay.
I left it last episode.
Yep. Get up is how it starts. Everything was dark. Get up. Spook opened his eyes. Everything seemed dull, muted. He could barely see. So it starts, and he hears this voice telling him to get up, and he's all groggy. He's just basically barely regaining consciousness. Everything feels numb, and he realizes he has no tin to burn. And he hears this voice that keeps on telling him to, get up and move. And he realizes he's lost a ton of blood. That he, was, left to die. He's trying to get his surroundings, and then I guess, is it the voice that tells him, or does he figure out that he's in one of the buildings about to get burned?
I think the voice.
I thought the voice said that, right?
Yeah, the voice
says
told him.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, you recognize where you are, or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, okay. And he's like, you got to get moving, man. Like, you're gonna burn alive if you don't move.
Right.
And he realizes there are flames coming. So, he starts going for the door and like, no, not that way. Like, no, you know what the way to go. Go up. Which, by the way, if you're ever in a burning building, don't go upstairs. That's not normally the direction you want to. I mean, you want to get out, but the flames, right? Heat rises, and buildings tend to collapse. So staying down low and crawling and trying to find low points and then get out that way. Of course, if you're boarded up, I guess it's different, but
The direction to go is out.
it's out. Yeah,
Right.
out as fast as possible.
It's not about up and down. Just go
Just
out.
Yeah, just get out of there.
You see a window.
Yeah.
Out.
Yeah,
Yeah. There you go.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
So and he realizes the flames are following him. I mean, he's like in and out of consciousness at this point. And he gets to this room, and he's like, what is this supposed to be? Like, the room's already starting to catch on fire. There's just one desk there. And the figure tells him, to go look inside the desk or whatever. He goes inside there, finds vials. He's like, tin, awesome. Takes one down. He's like, there's no tin in this one. Like, I'm doomed. And at some point he does go unconscious again. And he puts two together and realizes this figure is talking to him is Kelsier. So
He's being like elusive about it. He's like, well, I recognize you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell us until like later,
right.
paragraphs later, that it's Kelsier who he recognizes.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if we're supposed to read more into it than that. It's just like self-determination and will formed in the ethereal mind space of his. It becomes Kelsier.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, Kelsier became a forest ghost.
Unless you're on the 14th floor and do not go out those windows. Yeah, good point, Zool. That's a good point. Yeah, just don't jump out those windows.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on whether there's fire beneath you or not.
Yeah, I guess. All depends. So they have one of the big nets to catch you. Like the old cartoon fire departments with like the big nets.
I think that high up you would just go right through it. You would probably be destroyed.
True.
You'd be
It's meant for jump from second or third story, not 14 stories up.
14 stories up. I'm not jumping in a net. I'm just telling you right now.
Well, they had the guy that jumped out of a plane and went to the giant net, like no parachute. That was a couple years ago. Red Bull did it. The guy jumped into a giant net, no parachute. No.
Yeah, I don't think it was a fireman's net. Just
No, it wasn't. It was a gigantic net. But yeah, so he survived. Anyway, so yeah, there's no tin inside the vials, and I guess he starts to go unconscious again, and the voice is like, no, try again, and he starts to feel it. It's like, oh, there's something else here.
He's like, I'm burning it. He's like, I know it's
something.
not, but I'm
and he realizes as soon as he starts to burn it, he realizes what it is, because he's like, the strength and everything, and then all of a sudden he has like all the strength in the world, none of the pain matters. He's like,
yeah, and he's like,
I just burned pewter. Yeah. Yeah. Spook is told to escape and so that he can exact revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is the ghost of Kells. Chris coming in chat.
Chris, you just instigating, man. Come on. Get the ghost of Kells. Woo. Nah, man, I don't see no force ghosts.
Okay,
Please.
please.
Maybe he was hallucinating because he lost so much blood.
That can happen too.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards hallucination versus force ghost. All right,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that it's Anakin Kelswalker.
It's
That was-
Obi-Wan.
That was Spook, nearing death, and his hope was
Yeah.
seeing Kelsier.
Next chapter.
The theme
No,
of
you
hope.
don't want to comment anything else from all this? You have thoughts about all this?
Oh,
What's
Lord
amazing?
have mercy. The concept of hope, and then it was actually preservation the whole time. No, don't cop out. Don't cop out. First of all, I need to see preservation. I need to be able to go on DeviantArt and find a picture of preservation drawn.
No.
If I go on DeviantArt after we finish this book, after we're
After
done
finish
with
book,
all
sure,
the spoiler
yeah.
stuff, if I go on there and I find out the concept of preservation was hope, I'm throwing the book out the window.
It's actually SpongeBob holding the rainbow. It says hope.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
please do not go on DeviantArt.
I know you guys have warned me. I will not go on DeviantArt. However, I will only do so if I can get some assurance that preservation is not hope. It better be a thing. I better find out it's a white unicorn that barks rainbow.
It is. I can tell you, it's not hope. I'll tell you that much.
Thank you. I will take that spoiler all day long. Thank you. I will stay
I
with
don't
the
know if it's a
podcast.
spoiler, but it's.
I was gonna quit the podcast if it was like hope. I was like, I'm out of here. I was gonna rage quit.
It's something else.
No, I don't need to know more than that.
Yeah.
As long as I know it's not hope.
And you'll figure out what it is a long time, way well after this. You'll figure out enough of it in this book, but
Okay.
not really what it is.
Good
I don't
deal.
think for later. But
Uh-huh.
yeah. Anything else from this? I mean, thoughts about this whole scene? And you mentioned this is Helen. You had your theory about the hemalurgy. Does this kind of like with the burning of the pewter? Is that kind of what you're?
Oh
That-
yeah, definitely.
okay.
Yeah. So what I said last time is I said it was an accidental hemalurgical procedure, like Will said, and so I knew he was going to be able to now burn other metals, and that it was going to kind of help him beat death.
Mhm.
So I think so far, suspicion theory confirmed. So far,
Well, and the guy that he was using as a meat shield that got stabbed, he was a pewter arm too, right?
Yeah. He was.
So basically transferred his
Okay.
power.
capabilities. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So chapter 20. We're back with your boy. Alando.
Stop that. We all know I hate Tensun. We all know it. All right.
I know, that's why I'm doing it.
Don't call him my boy. Someone's gonna like listen to his podcast. And be like, that Alando really likes his Tensun.
Tensun.
Nope.
Nope.
I didn't want to be associated with him.
But you got Milan. Do you like Milan at least? Or do you not like her naturally?
I'm indifferent on
Okay.
her. I was mad at her when she brought up the fact that Tensun should have this like capability because he killed Orsier. I was like, thanks for rubbing me raw with that.
What's it called? What was it called? It's like
I can't remember. She's like, he should have the. Oh wait, did I write it
Oh,
down?
the blessing or whatever.
blessing or something like that. I'm just looking real fast. You guys keep looking. I'll keep talking.
My note was, please tell me. Oh, I wrote this note with like imagine me rolling my eyes as I'm writing this note. Please tell me more about what Tensun gained by killing Orsier. Gag me with a spoon. That's literally what I wrote.
Chris disagrees with you. Tensun is the best. Anyway, so Tensun sits in his. Oh wait, before we get that, let's do the epigraph.
Right.
More than one person reported feeling a sentient hatred in the mists. This is not necessarily related to the mist killing people. However, for most even those it struck down, the mist seemed merely a weather phenomenon. No more sentient or vengeful than a terrible disease. For some few, however, it was more. Those it favored, it swirled around. Those it was hostile to, it pulled away from. Some felt peace within it, others felt hatred. It all came down to Ruin's subtle touch and how much one responded to his promptings.
Mm-hmm. That comes back. We're going to hear all about his subtle influence when Vin's chapter comes out, because then she starts to realize he was like manipulating her the whole time. Poor thing.
Yeah. Who was that? Were you saying that who was manipulating?
Oh, that Ruin was manipulating Vin the whole time.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, his subtle touch is pretty effective.
Yeah. So, Tensoon sits in this person's cell.
Mm-hmm.
And feeling insulted that, you know, they didn't put him in a cell. Like, why would anybody even try to escape? You know, just basically various conjurer coming to visit him, some to condemn him, some to commiserate with him. It's just kind of a big mix. And he looks forward to his solitary confinement because he doesn't really like this whole thing being visited. But it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, Milan shows up. And, yeah, tells him that he thinks he can challenge the second generation. And she's like all for like civil war. She's like, stick it to the second generation. You can do this, Tensoon. Rise up.
Yeah.
We'll support you. We got you. And he's like, no, like that's not the issue right now. The issue is not the Contra. The issue is Ruin. And we have to do something about that. It doesn't matter about the second. None of this squabbling right now matters.
Right.
And Tensoon sees that. He's like, none of it matters right now. Like Ruin's out. Like that's what we have to do. Yeah, but Milan's just pleading him to reconsider rebelling. And he kind of decides, he's like, fine, I'll try to escape if given an opportunity, but that's about as far as he'll do as far as rebelling goes. Yeah.
That's right. And he had to use her to get some updates on what was going on in the world.
Yeah.
Because he didn't quite know what happened with Vin. You know, what's going on with the world in general, what's happening with the mists, etc. I think that's what anyway, I just know there were some things that he wasn't up to speed on.
Yeah.
And she's kind of feeding him information
Which
and news.
Generation is Milan? I want to say she's a later one, like the 5th, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh no, she's 7th. I just looked it up.
Okay.
She's 7th. So
yeah.
there you go.
And she's definitely trying to incite the fact she's trying to incite a rebellion, but basically like, you know, trying to flatter him about like how powerful and amazing and whatever he is. And I'm like, he's still one dude. I mean, there's nothing right now that really gives us that much evidence that he could be like, you know, this like, I don't know, not a martyr, but, you know, like the savior of this race or something like that.
Apparently he's like one of the most famous of the third generation. Like he's done like more contracts over the years and like done more things than many others have. So he's
visible. Yes, that's better than what you can say about the second generation. They stay in the little huts behind the
they don't go out at all.
Yeah. So I mean, at least he's out amongst the people.
The world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we kind of leave this with him. You know, he thinks he'll escape, but he tells Milan the opposite in case there's eavesdroppers. And he kind of just angry about the whole situation at the end of this chapter.
We find out that Milan has wooden bones.
Yeah.
And the name of the blessing that Osir had was the blessing of potency.
There it is.
Potency.
Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
Which we learn later in this, I think the last chapter of this, like that makes you faster and stronger.
Yeah, there's 2 blessings they talk about. So it's the blessing of potency, and then there's another blessing they talk about the next chapter or whatever it is. I can't remember what that one is either. Because we don't really know what those things are quite yet.
But they also talk about at the very end when the guy comes to get him ready for the trial, and they bring him
Mm-hmm.
the old bones.
Well, I think that's the next chapter.
That's chapter 24.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
It's okay. You're fine.
But
It all runs
you're
together.
right,
We're doing 7
though,
chapters tonight. All right, it's
but
okay.
You are right. But you are right. though.
Sorry, I was like, wait, are we skipping that? My bad.
This chapter, though, he talks about how Vin, no, not Vin, Zane, emo Zane was all like, "You got to be a dog," and subjected to that, and like how like demoralized he was and all that, which he knew that they would hear that and play into the whole thing. So it does match up with exactly what you're talking about, Will.
Zula's a question for you. What do you think the blessings are?
Let's see. Not hope. How about that? That's gonna be my default answer for the evening. Is not hope.
Not hope.
No,
There is no hope.
Yeah.
It's all's lost. Woe's me.
What I think a blessing is, I think a blessing is anybody that saw Heroes, which was a great show when it first came out.
When
It was like the most
out.
badass show.
When
Like the
it
first
first
season
came
was
out.
like ish.
First and even second season was okay.
Because then they had the writer's strike, and then after that, everything went to garbage, right? So there's that dude that was like killing everybody, and he was killing all the other heroes. So he
Save
could
the
get their
cheerleader,
power-
save the world.
But he could get their powers by killing them, and like he'd eat part of their brain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would get there. That's what I feel like the blessing is. I feel like the blessing is something that particular Kandra has, and that if you absorb it, then you get that power, whatever it is.
Right.
But I don't know more than that. So we're just gonna say that it's the magic dental floss that you have to have, and you floss your teeth with it. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now. But I feel like it's something you absorb from something else, right?
Yeah.
It's not a magic wand or something. It's like something that's part of that creature. You absorb it, and then you get that power.
Okay.
Is that a Frank Zappa reference with the dental floss?
No, but it could be.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do. Yeah, it's okay. So, but no, I don't want to get.
Okay.
See, I'm terrible for the sidetracking thing. I will get us way off. Okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Could the blessing be like something from the Terrace people? Like, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it could be the Terrace blessing because, like,
They did use the term, didn't they?
Did they?
Didn't they use the term? The Terrace people didn't they use the term blessing at some point in time.
They might have. I mean, Terrace people are religious, so.
Okay.
I don't know. I was just because, like, yeah, they could eat it from another Kandra, but like, where did the first Kandra get it?
Maybe from the father.
Well, the first Conjure were basically, I mean, because they were just created race from the Lord Ruler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So maybe he just said, "Hey, in the first generation, there was like 10 of them," and he was like, "You get the blessing of blah blah blah, and you get the blessing of da."
Maybe it's carried in the bones.
Look at the bones. There it is. There it is. It has to happen at least once every so often.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It could have been like a blessing of fire, earth, wind, spirit with the powers combined.
Yes.
Captain Planet.
I know. And heart. Don't forget heart.
Don't forget heart. That's
One
not
of the most
spirit, it's
important.
heart.
One of the most important features of the planet. Don't know if you knew that. It's heart.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
heart. Yeah. See, in most fantasy, it's spirit, but I guess heart. Yeah, Captain Planet's heart. That's right. It's not
Heart.
spirit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anyway, chapter 21. It should be no surprise that Ellen became such a powerful Allomancer. It is a well-documented fact, though the documentation wasn't available to most, that Allomancers were much stronger during the early days of the Final Empire. In those days, an Allomancer didn't need Duralumin to take control of Kandra and Kolos. A simple push or pull on the emotions was enough. In fact, this ability is one of the main reasons that the Kandra devised their contracts with humans. For at that time, not only Mistborns, but Soothers and Riders could also take control of them at the merest of whims.
So I feel like that. I mean, that sounds like it's like supposed to be cut and dry. Like they had stronger capabilities back then. But I also think about, is it possible that that's not necessarily true? I think about, bacteria that becomes resistant to like penicillin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after generations and generations, bacteria just evolve naturally, to be able to withstand penicillin. So I'm like, well, why couldn't that happen with Chondra? Generation over generation, they evolve the ability not to be as influenced. Same thing with Kolos.
Yeah.
That's the way I think of it. I don't think of like, oh, well, Allomancers are just weaker. I mean, although that's possibly true, but I feel like it might be a combination.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
That's another Orlando theory time for you.
Yeah.
Theory time.
So chapter 21, Demu survives. Yay. And there's much rejoicing. Yay.
Another Monty Python reference. Nice.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And they ate his minstrels, and there was much rejoicing.
Yay. I mean, that's the first line is Demu survived.
Yep.
So, he was among the vast majority of the 6 of the soldiers who got sick and those who did not die. So in this one, Vin's back to reading her book, the Lindy's Law book about the deepness and how it was sentient. And she's trying to puzzle out how to fight Ruin. And she's going back to these old log books and trying to see if maybe there's some hints in there. Basically if she can do it on her own or, since Ruin can't read her thoughts, maybe she can start thinking of a strategy, but she can't talk it over with anybody.
All right, but she's also reading books that could have been influenced by Ruin. So the whole thing is just weird to me. I was like, why would you read the book? And okay, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Red flags. Yay. Yeah. So, any thoughts about her reading? I mean, obviously, why read the book, but I mean, it's the only thing she has. She's grasping for straws here. She's trying to figure out some way to fix what she done fucked up. You done messed up.
Yeah. Poor thing. And then everyone's becoming. If there's one thing that is the point of this entire book, and I feel like it's the theme that's been running the whole time, it's the theory, the prevalence of isolation, right? Ruin came, they were all together. Ruin came, and they have been scattered to the wind, doing all their own thing, right? They're not together. And if there's one thing that Kelsier was strong about, was them staying together as this band, right? There's a group that stays together, that they're powerful together. And you got Spook over here, you got Vin kind of in Emoville reading a book by herself. You got Seize is just he's just adrift, right? He doesn't even know what he is, what he's trying to do, etc. And I feel like just the thing that's happened with everybody, and I feel like it's probably the most damaging thing that has happened after the rise of Ruin, is that he has just cast them all asunder, you know, and they're just all over the place, and they're most powerful. It's been proven they're most powerful when they're all together and working cohesively.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she also is thinking back to when she first grasped the power too. She's just trying to find clues in that too, just from her own experience, and she thinks back to, when she held the power and touched Ruin, while releasing it, he was powerful, but he wasn't omnipotent. He was, I think the way she puts it, he was still subject to the consequences of the laws of nature.
Right.
So, she has to figure out a way to constrain it. There has to be a way. Obviously, it was put there to begin with by some way. There's some way to restrain him again.
Mm-hmm.
are it again. So,
Right.
Yeah, Vin's working through all that. So,
Mhm. I'm glad she did say something about the fact that she knows that reading text could have been, augmented by Ruin.
mhm.
Because I was like,
Yeah.
do you really want to trust everything you're reading right now? But it sounds like she knows that.
Sure. Yeah. And then also we don't really switch to Ellen's point of view, but Ellen kind of shows up here because he's complaining about how he thinks that he's becoming ruthless like the Lord Ruler. That's like the very next scene. Like Ellen comes in while she's reading, and he starts talking about how he's worried that he's going down this dark path. He might be going to the dark side.
Yeah, he's all right. Let's get into this whole beating the children thing. Let's just do it.
Let's rip the Band-Aid.
Let's rip it. Let's rip it. So there has been no allusions up until now. No reference at all, unless there's something I missed about these kids having to be beaten within an inch of their life in order for their allomantic powers to come to fruition. We had not heard about this at all.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that now. Yeah. Okay. So yes.
So this explains why Zane is probably crazy, right? I mean, this guy probably got his ass handed to him on a regular basis until his allomantic powers came to being, right? Which now we know Ellen went through the same thing, right? Because he also had his ass handed to him constantly by Papa Douchebag.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
this is the thing amongst the nobles is that they would beat their children to the inch of their life in order to figure out if their mistings are mistborn,
right?
To make them snap. Because we knew about snapping, we knew something traumatic has to happen to you. At least from the Alex the Ska, we've talked about that.
Yeah,
but we never knew how the nobles had traumatic experiences. But now we get it firsthand from Ellen that he's like, so the thing about the nobles is that we all get beat to crap as small children.
And your parents don't even do it. They like basically hire somebody else to come beat your ass.
Beat you up. Yeah.
They're like, I can't muddy my own fingers with this ass whooping. Let me go get my Jeeves. Jeeves, come in here.
Doesn't he even talk about how some children even die from the beatings? Like, but it's a.
It had to be, right?
Yeah.
It had to be. So I mean, and we get it. That's the reason why Vin, developed her powers because she had been through some beatings.
She had been through some shit.
We knew that from the very beginning, right? Mm-hmm. But man, we had there was even a hint that was what was going on. Mm-hmm. And then we find out now, all of a sudden, book 3, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, you gotta take an L, like a terrible L.
Yeah.
Before you can get your powers.
Yeah, but Ellen's now second guessing this because he outlawed this practice because he's like, this is not humane. But then he starts thinking about like, did the ends justify the means? Are we going to have less Allomancers now because we're not beating kids?
Well, he didn't outlaw it. He didn't outlaw it. He said you can't do it to kids. Once you come of age, you can go ahead and submit yourself to an ass whooping.
You can.
Once you're like, I guess 18 or whatever.
Right, but at that point you have autonomy not to submit yourself. So is it better to force this to have more Allomancers? Like, and Ellen's actually second guessing this. He's like, am I any better than the Lord Ruler? Like, I mean,
that's rough.
Am I a shitty person for even thinking about the possibility of bringing back this practice of beating kids? Yeah. Just a little trauma for a treat. Yeah, you get a little trauma, and you get to have massive powers that no one else can have. It's a little bit. Mm-hmm. Will, you're really quiet over there, pensive. It's just.
Yeah, I'm really over these like inner monologue scenes with Vin and Ellen. Sorry.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
but I mean, I have kind of like a broader point question about like the epigraph talking about allomancy over time and how the power of it has kind of like died off. And what's going on here? Elend is like this fierce leader now, but like, okay, did he snap? Like, he didn't ever snap, right?
No, he was beat and did not snap. He ate the bead.
So
When he was
he ate the
dying.
bead, right? And so my question is, Ben snapped through trauma when she
Right.
was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Elend ate the bead
To become Mistborn, yeah.
at the well. So, like, is the bead, does that create like the most powerful Allomancers now? And is he like top Allomancer with like most power? And then Vin is kind of like, she used to be the all powerful one. Now it's Elend. Because like you see these chapters where Elend is going off being this fierce leader, like leading the charge, no regrets, and Vin is like sitting back, like, "Oh, what am I doing? I don't know what's going on." La, 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 la. Like, I wonder if there's a broader theme here that like Elend's shifting and Vin is taking a back seat, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's always tough in power couples when you get the dynamic where you have like someone that's on top, but then raises up the other person and the other person surpasses them. And you see it in celebrity life all the time. You look at like Jay-Z and Beyonce and stuff like that. You know?
I feel like some of that dynamic too is also really being skewed by Vin having these terrible feelings of remorse because she has, somehow accidentally released this terrible evil on the world. And I think she's just really dealing with all the fallout of that. It's like a depression she's dealing with. Again, she has terrible remorse. She's like, I did this. I thought I was doing the right thing. And now everyone in the entire world is suffering for it.
Yeah.
So that's got to be terrible for her, to overcome.
Yeah.
She's kind of like keeping the humanity in the relationship because Ellen's like, let's just force everybody into the mists and, immunize them.
Yeah, he's trying, but then he has these moments of weakness where he's like, maybe we should have been beating the babies.
And I think that's like where their relationship, that dynamic comes in because Vin is the one who makes him, well, no, because he used to be like that himself. And that's why he and Vin bonded at the start.
Yeah.
He's just kind of lost it and Vin has not. So they're like, I don't know, balancing each other out.
Is this the chapter, Londo, where you said something about Vin and Ruin?
Yes, this is okay. So what I was saying, my point was going to be about the book. She's reading the book. She's talking a lot about Ruin. We still don't hear anything about preservation. We don't know what's changed. She's talking about mental. So she's got all of her thoughts internally. Oh man, I had like a broader.
You thought that Ruin was influencing her still?
Right. Because Ruin
can't control
had subtly influenced her the entire time.
Yeah.
So we've come to that realization, and I think she's come to that realization.
Yeah.
That she was manipulated
to release him. Yeah.
To release him from Jump Street. So she should carry some guilt, but not terrible guilt. Because she has to recognize she wasn't doing it out of glory.
How directly do you think Ruin was influencing her? Like, do you think he was targeting her directly and just through changing words and stuff like that?
If you knew that she's the person who killed the Lord Ruler, wouldn't you want to try to manipulate her?
Sure.
I mean, I think it just makes sense.
Yeah.
She's young and she's powerful. Of course, I'm going to manipulate her.
How is he manipulating her, I guess, is the question I was asking.
So he has ways to do things subtly through text, right?
Oh, yeah.
Through what she reads, text. Now, she was getting like the reverberations, basically, like saying, okay, the pool is over here.
Yeah. She's getting the pulses, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, she's also reading things and remember, Sage is like handing her stuff. He's like, "Hey, read this, read this." So here it is. It's coming from this trusted voice. She's being handed this thing, and it's subtly manipulating her as she's reading it. And then Sage, when he holds it up, he's like, "That's not what I wrote," Yeah. So I mean, that's how she was being subtly manipulated by the trust she had in Sage. and then finding out later on that says that words are being manipulated
Sure.
without anybody knowing.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Anything else from all this before our good friend Obligator Nordine comes in? Nordine?
Nope.
Or Norden? Norden? Yeah, Norden. Yeah, they have an alligator on their side. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he's a geeky obligator. He's not one of like the super like evil conniving Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. Like he is. He's more just like I'm an accountant.
That's all he is. He's an accountant.
Yeah, he's an accountant. I'm an accountant. I'm just doing auditing and I'm looking through the numbers.
They were like, "Hey, we want to hire the world's most boring obligator ever."
Yeah, and I think I might have spoiled this last episode accidentally when I actually misquoted the spoil. So I'm glad I misquoted the spoil because I last episode I said 1/16th and it's actually 16%. So it's I was a little different, but anyway, I spoiled accidentally. I was like, yeah, 16%, 1/16th. You're like, and we talked about it last episode. I was like, did it not say that in that chapter? Crap, I'm getting that shit mixed up. But yeah, I got it mixed up anyway. So that's where, anyway. But still, this is where it was one episode away. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, so they start going through the numbers and they're like, yeah, so there's something weird about these numbers. And they're like, and Ellen and Vin are like, what is it? He's like, so 16% get sick, like down to the number. And they're like, and Ellen's like, oh, it's just a coincidence. He's like, yeah, but like down to the person. And it's like, well, that's normal. It's like, can we find another example? It's like, oh yeah, we got more records. And he pulled up more records. He's like, yeah, 16% again. It's like, how more? It's like, this one's actually off because it's an odd number, but it's one number off from, it's a fraction of 16 because we can't get exactly 16, but it's
it was like a 25th, like 20.5 or something.
Yeah,
like
because we couldn't. It doesn't divide.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
right.
Yeah, every single time the myths go to a population.
Yeah, but the bigger issue though is that it doesn't care about the age or the frailty of the people.
Right.
It's always the same number.
Right.
So
16%.
That's the part where I was like, okay, yeah, there's some other voodoo going on.
Yeah, and at first, like Ellen, like I said, he passes off as a coincidence, but as he starts like looking through more of the things, he's like, "Oh crap! Like this is too much of a pattern now, just to be coincidence." Like, because they're looking through like I think it's 4 samples they take, and it's like, and there's zero margin of error. It is 60% every single time, exactly.
Right.
And Ellen kind of kicks herself like, "How do we not see this before? It's that blatant of a pattern." You know, but it's there. It's in the numbers. Yeah. Yeah. What is it? 16.67 is 16. Yep. That's what it ends up being. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
Right. That's right. Because 1/8 would be 8%. Yeah. Okay.
Thoughts about this? Do you think so is the mist sentient in the ability to, or is this pre-programmed? Is this, I mean, what's your thoughts? I mean, like what I mean, I'm a big data guy. I like spreadsheets. So this kind of stuff always makes me geek out. So what was your thoughts about the math?
I'll be honest and say I did not geek out, not even 1 iota on this. And I love math. I listened to this part and I was like, ho hum, scratch my bum, couldn't care less. I was like, great, 16. Okay, sure, whatever. I was like, at some point in time, something will come back and it'll be like, oh, it's actually fractals or something like that, which, I mean, and there's all this, documented evidence about how fractals exist naturally, yada, yada, yada. It's like, it permeates the entirety of the universe they were in.
Phi, the golden ratio, right?
Yeah, I mean, all of these things, no problems. This idea of this, 16%, I was like, tell me more later. Now, again, I'm worried about 2 things. I want to understand what preservation is. Where is she? I'm calling her he or her. The thing of her. Where's she? And second thing, I just made that up on the fly. So,
So I never heard the ho hum scratch.
oh, you haven't heard it before because I just made that up on the
I guess-
fly.
this is a lot of making stuff up.
It's just Alonzo isms. I do that on the regular. So preservation. I'm like, what's going on with that? And the other thing is, oh shoot, I lost my train of thought. We went back to my ho hum thing.
16%.
I mean, but I was like, I don't really care. I'm like,
Okay.
math is fundamental, cool, great. I'm sure. Will tell us that you have more insight, but I have a feeling you're in the same boat as me.
I didn't think anything of it. I honestly hated this whole chapter, but I was like, just now thinking maybe there's this is 116. Maybe there's 15 other things that can make up for the other 15 16ths that,
Okay.
I don't know, other powers out there that could, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at 60%, see if it was 1/16th, I would have been more interested in it.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. If it was a
60,
fraction like that, I'd be more interested in it. When it said it was 16%, I was like, I don't care. Because see, then I'm like, well, now you take me out of like, all these like, because 160, by the way, it's a guy that works in IT.
Yeah.
I work with bits and bytes. Everything I do is like, binary and, the ideas of like, you go, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, this whole thing, I would have went bananas with it if that's how it worked. But that's not what it's doing. It's not 1/16th. It's 16%. And I'm like, so it's 16 100ths. 16 100ths goes to what? 8/50ths. 8/50ths goes down to
4/25.
25ths. 4/25ths. So I guess you could do the square root of that. It becomes 2/5. But
2 12.5s.
Yeah.
I'm like, boring.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay.
That was just me, though. Just being honest, that was just me. I was like,
Yeah.
16.
16-bit. Yeah. 16 is one of those nice round numbers that's used a lot.
It's in that flow, and I've worked with having to do binary so long. I know those numbers so well, and so if I get even an inkling of something like that, I'd have been just like that. My mind would have been racing. But when I heard it was 16%, I was like, nah.
Yeah. Just missed by that much.
So close.
So close.
Yeah.
So anything else from this chapter? Because that's how we end this chapter with them like, oh, we got to look more into this. And we move to the next one.
Right.
All right. Chapter 22. The beads of metal found at the well, beads that made men into Mistborn, were the reason why Allomancers used to be more powerful. Those first Mistborn were as Ellen Venture became, possessing a primal power, which then was passed down through lines of nobility, weakening a bit with each generation. The Lord Ruler was one of these ancient Allomancers. His power pure and unadulterated by time and breeding. That is part of why he might have been mighty compared to other Mistborns, though admittedly his ability to mix fear chemy with allomancy was what produced many of his other spectacular abilities. Still, it is interesting to me that one of his divine powers, his essential allomantic strength, was something every one of the original 9 Allomancers possessed.
Now, is this the first time we find out there was 9 original Allomancers?
I think so.
Okay. Notice it wasn't 16, by the way. Just saying. Another random number.
Yeah, it's 9. It wasn't 16.
Yep. 9 Allomancers.
9 Allomancers.
I mean, maybe each. And by the way, this whole blessing thing, I've been trying to think in my head the whole time. I was like, is it possibly 16 blessings? But again, it's not 16. Like 1 of 16. It's 16%. I was like,
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know the significance of these numbers. I'm hoping that these numbers do have some type of relational significance, but right now I'm just not seeing any patterns that mess them all up together.
Yeah.
It'd be great if it was like, oh, everything related to like a chessboard or something like that, but they don't have. Do they have chess? I don't think they do. I don't think they have chess or any games like that. No, nothing that we relate to.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Van asked other 9 noble families, and I don't know how many noble houses there are.
I don't remember.
Let's see. Overview. Saskatchewan Society, notable houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I feel like we've been introduced
6.
to more than 9.
There's 6 notable houses, but there are a few more smaller houses. So
yeah, I feel like we've been introduced to more than 9.
Yeah, I mean, so you have Venture, Lacal, Tequil, Alarial, Set, Hastings. That's 6. And then I guess Renault was his own house, so that's 7.
I just feel like there was more
I
mentioned at the balls that Vin had to go to. I feel like there's more noble houses listed then. So that's the reason why I feel like there's more than 9, but I could easily be misremembering things.
Did I call Zul's Vin?
Yes.
Oh, did you?
Freudian slip.
Nice.
In a previous life. Yeah, so there you go. I don't know. I don't know how many houses there are. I feel like there would be more than 9 too, but I don't know how many are mentioned. Those are the big ones that were. Okay.
Right.
All the noblemen have come from those original 9 mentors. I think so.
Well, I assume that.
Yeah,
I
but I think it might be more houses than 9. I think over 1,000 years that branches off.
Yeah, they could have, split off, and one house became 2 houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, chapter 22 is what we're on. We just read that. So, this is a really short chapter. Stacy's just meeting with the elders. Gives them some advice. Tells them he can't stay and that he'll be leaving the following morning. There's not much this chapter. Do you guys pick anything out of this? I'm trying to remember what else happens here.
I don't even think I wrote a note for this chapter.
I don't think I did either. It's super short. I mean, literally, it's a page long.
Just that he said the terrace people haven't gotten sick or gotten the illness.
Oh, that's right. That's the only thing is that none of them have gotten ill from the mist.
Yeah, he inquires about the mist deaths, and he reports that none of the terrace people have gotten sick at all.
Yep.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So terrace people don't get sick from the mist. They're immune. So when they take those numbers, were they including terrace people? Does that skew the 16%?
Well, I mean, what about Kolos?
Oh yeah.
What about Condra? What about Miss Race?
What about other animals? Are there squirrels, horses, dogs, wolfhounds? Did any of them die too? I don't know.
Man, them sending that horse off to basically die, I was like, that's rough.
Yeah. Yep.
That was the beginning of our reading, of course, but yeah. All right.
Yep.
On to the chapter that actually was cool. I did like this chapter.
Chapter 23.
Yeah, because
it's another really super short chapter.
Wait, is 23? Is this the flashback?
This is
chapter?
flashback, yeah.
Okay, I like this one. I like a good backstory flashback chapter.
Sure.
Especially if it's much later after the fact, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the epigraph. During the early days of Kelsier's original plan, I remember how much he confused us with all of his mysteries of the 11th metal. He claimed that there were legends of this mystical metal that would let one slay the Lord Ruler, and Kelsier himself had located the metal through intense research. Nobody really knew what Kelsier did the years between his escape from the pits of Hathsin and his return to Luthadel. When pressed, he simply said that he had been in the West. Somehow, in his wanderings, he discovered stories that no keeper had ever heard. Most of the crew didn't know what to make of the legends he spoke of. This might have been the first seed that made even the oldest friends begin to question his leadership. And yeah, so we get a flashback, like kind of a fever dream of Spook, in the flashback to him with clubs.
Yep.
So
Clubs.
yeah. So let's talk about it. What's your thoughts?
Clubs always had swagger, which is why he was my favorite. I love that Joker. He came into the room and commanded it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll take the boy.
Take it. Yeah.
This kind of reminded me of when Ellen was talking about how like the noblemen tortured their kids.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, he's getting like throat stomped.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. And
Yeah, man.
I was kind of wondering, just after we covered that other chapter tonight, was this like a miniature snap for Spook? Like
When he became a Tenai?
yeah,
This might have been when he became a Tenai, yeah.
so it doesn't really say, but
It's not explicit, but I mean, why not, right?
it's coincidental that like Clubs is there, and Clubs is also
Yeah.
you know has allomantic powers. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, he's there because his mama was like, I can't stand my baby
Oh, yeah.
boy getting beat on.
right.
Mm-hmm. And
Poor guy.
Spook's dad was just kind of an ass. He's a traitor.
Yeah. I like the fact we find out what Lester Bornes means.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
That's cool. I like to, I like Hodor origination stories, right? So
Yeah.
good deal.
I've been abandoned.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sad boy.
Yeah. Poor
Poor Spook.
Lester Bornes.
I like
Yeah.
Spook.
Spooking is my most favoritist.
Oh, really? Spook is a favorite?
Spook
Okay.
wasn't a favorite.
Yeah,
Wasn't with the favorites.
Wasn't with the favorites.
I like
Yeah.
Spook too.
Spook is all right. Never been one of my favorites.
What about recently though? I mean,
Recently.
like,
Spook has grown on me a little bit.
yeah, same. He's
Grown on me a little bit. I think Spook has got all kinds of potential, especially now that he's been going through the hemalurgy joint.
Mm,
I feel like now he's got even more potential, right?
sure.
My only
Yeah.
thing with Spook is I feel like he's trying to prove too much though. He's got some insecurities he's got to overcome, right? So
Yep.
maybe having the ability to, because I mean he's kind of on a an allomantic path. Maybe he'll settle in,
Yeah.
and be all that he can be.
And the army.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do the best Polly Shore. And
Oh, that's right, Paul Shore. That's right. Remember when he was like the guy?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like in every movie. This
Yeah,
guy
he
was
was.
everywhere for a while.
The cheese is old and moldy. Where's the bathroom? Isina Man. When he's speaking Spanish, he's learning how to speak. Anyway,
Yeah, I barely remember. All I remember that movie is Brendan Fraser was in it. That's all. I
yeah,
remember.
he's a caveman. Yeah, that's great. Yeah,
shucking some corn.
yeah,
Shucking some corn.
get some good.
Can I get some butter, please? What movie is that?
I know.
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law, that's it.
Son-in-law.
Yeah.
Yes. He was in everything back then.
Biodome.
Biodome.
Like, there's a lot of Polly Shore movies out there.
Yeah, but he was also a featured like sidekick in a whole bunch of movies
Yeah, he
too. Remember,
was.
he was in the Goof Troop movie, the Goofy movie. He was the
Right.
side.
Yeah.
He was the side dude in that too. This guy was everywhere. You could not escape him.
And the way he talks, he was Spook was since the trauma boy. Yeah, the way he talks, if a younger Polly Shore could definitely be a Spook, cast as Spook if he was like a young, wasn't.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm a 10.
I'm a tin
Yeah. This guy.
Anyways, anything else from all this backstory? I mean, obviously,
No, I
like
like
you
the
said,
chapter, but I mean, of course, there wasn't really much to say about it.
it's
just the
it's
fact
literally a page long again. I mean, it's a page and a half or whatever. Yeah.
that, yeah, just a nice little backstory. It's like, hey, this is how he came to be.
Yep. Yeah. Get Lester Borges' background, how he was getting beat on, and the club saved him, and he was like, "Yep, you're with me now."
Yep.
Yep. So, chapter 24. I now believe Kelsier's stories, legends, and prophecies about the 11th metal were fabricated by Ruin. Kelsier was looking for a way to kill the Lord Ruler, and Ruin, ever subtle, provided a way. That secret was indeed crucial. Kelsier's 11th metal provided the very clue we needed to defeat the Lord Ruler. However, even in this, we were manipulated. The Lord Ruler knew Ruin's goals and would never had released him from the Well of Ascension. So Ruin needed other pawns. And for that to happen, the Lord Ruler needed to die. Even our greatest victory was shaped by Ruin's subtle fingers.
All right. So what this epigraph is trying to say is that it put out this lie about an 11th metal so that way they would go seek it. But really, what it was doing was instilling hope.
A new hope. A new hope.
Okay.
SpongeBob. Hope.
Okay. Fine. Hope. Here we go. Hope. Sure.
Yeah.
So it gave them the will to want to kill.
It's the one thing that the Lord Ruler can never kill. Hope. That's what Kelsier
Hope.
says. His
Sure.
dying words.
Yeah. Hope.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So we're back with Tinsoon.
Yes.
My boy Tinsoon.
Your boy.
My boy Tinsoon.
Your boy. Your boy Tinson.
My boy Tinsoon.
Enjoy your boy.
I love Tinsoon. Don't get me wrong. I love him. We're back with Tinsoon. He deliberates whether he should accept his punishment and try to escape to help Vin, the mother, as he so lovingly calls her. So this is the scene wherein Varcel and the other conjure up here, and they throw him some bag of bones and like, here you go.
Look at the bones.
Look at the bones. I need to get
There
that.
it is.
I need to get that. That
Gotta
clip.
do it. Gotta get that gift.
I'm
man.
gonna get the
Come
clip.
on.
I'm gonna get the clip next time.
Yes.
We'll have it for next time. There's enough bone. Every time a conjure comes on, look at the bones. So,
I love the hand gesture too.
It's gotta be there.
oh, look at the bones. On the count of three, you should throw the holy
despise
hand
this
grenade.
phrase.
Not
You use it. Everybody
two.
knows what that
Four is
means.
right out. The holy hand grenade. Yeah. Good. The where
Holy hand grenade of Antioch.
Yeah. The holy where's the beast? Right there. What, the rabbit? It is the rabbit.
It is the rabbit.
Look at the bones.
The killer rabbit of Caerbernog. It took me forever to learn that name, but I do know it. Yep.
Ooh, piece of candy, except bones. Yeah, that's how Tinsoon views this. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, the wolfhound bones.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
And he's excited about it because he's like, oh, yeah, you guys done effed up. You gave me wolfhound bones, and you don't even know what you just did. They think it's a form of punishment, but Tinsoon's like, no, I learned some tricks with this stuff. This is it's not good for you. Yeah, they did it because they thought that Tinsoon would despise being a wolfhound again, a dog again. But yeah, it's because of what he said, and it confirms, I guess, that they're eavesdropping when he was talking to Milan
Right.
too.
So another meme thing you should have brought in. He's like, he got him.
Got him.
That's what he's thinking the whole time. He's like, aha. He's sitting
Gotcha,
there like,
bitch.
he's sitting there caressing that femur bone, like, ah.
I know this bone.
I know this bone.
Yeah. What do you think Tinsoon's play is now?
I mean, because the Wolfhound is crazy, powerful, and capable. He learned it over the year that
Mhm.
there's a lot he could do with that thing, right?
Oh yeah,
He knows.
he knows. But what do you
So-
think he's gonna do?
Let's see. First of all, it's gonna be a flea epidemic, right?
It's gonna be the 7 plagues of Egypt, starting with the fleas.
Fleas everywhere. It's a scratchy mess. It's a scratchy mess there. That's all that's gonna happen.
Well, he said he would try to escape if he had the chance. I think he's just going to use it to run.
Yeah,
I mean, he'll be overpowered either way if he sticks around.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really understand what he's gonna do. I don't think this is me. I don't think it's gonna be that basic.
Okay.
If it's that basic where he just gets the bones and runs,
Yeah, I hope not.
yeah, I feel like there should be something more there, right?
Sure.
You know, set up something. I don't know what. I mean, up until now, because the thing is, though, and this is the reason why this isn't really making a lot of sense to me, though, he willingly gave himself up, came back, you know, surrendered, and it was just said literally a few chapters ago he didn't understand why he was being restrained or, you know, in this cage, because he's like, I came here willingly, why would I try to escape? And so now this idea of him getting the bones and escaping, I was like, well, that's just a complete 180, especially considering that was internal dialogue. That wasn't him trying to convince somebody else.
Right.
He literally believed a few chapters ago, which we have to assume is like only days before, that he wasn't worried about escaping.
Sure.
Now all of a sudden he's worried about escaping. It doesn't mesh up to me, and the math don't math.
How about 60% with you?
16?
16.
It's got to be 16%.
About
Got to be
16% with you. Yeah.
16%. That should be the name of the podcast. 60%. Why?
16%. Why?
That's literally the name of the podcast. 60%. ... Why?
Why?
Question mark.
Because there's always another secret.
It's
That's
always
Kelsier.
another secret.
That's
That's
Kelsier
right.
always said.
16%. ... Why? ... Raffo. There's it. Name of the podcast. There you go. That's
He's
it.
going to find Vin mother and tell her about the conjure religion.
What does that do though for everything? I mean, I don't know what it does for Vin, what it does for the world at this rate, unless he gets the conjure to rebel somehow. I don't know.
Or gets Vin go down there and start like using her elementary to like force the seconds to like full control over them.
Okay. So he becomes the Wolfhound, goes to Vin in a in a body that she's used to seeing, convinces her to come with him, and then in that moment she declares her motherhood over all of them.
She becomes the mother of Contras.
Because she is supposed to be. That was
first of her name, leader
Right.
of Luthadel.
right. He was trying to
hold on.
say that she should be right.
Khaleesi.
Oh no!
Khaleesi,
Here we go. Oh no! I didn't know you were going there.
Mother of Contra.
Oh no, Mother of Conjura. Oh no, she comes out of the flames with like 3 Conjuras in her arms. Oh, look at the Conjura.
Yeah, exactly. It's yeah. That's
There's the
gonna
animated
happen.
GIF we need. Just me just doing this.
Yeah.
Conjura babies.
Conjure babies.
They actually should have their own animated show. Conjura babies. Nobody remembers Muppet Babies. I know.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
100%.
Okay, I thought it was the only one. I thought it was
No, yeah.
Muppet Babies. Okay.
Muffin babies.
Okay.
Growing up, I grew up on Muffin babies.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. Nanny. All you saw were her calves,
Yeah,
ankles,
her
and
ankles.
feet.
Yeah.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Every so often you see her hands if she picked up one of them or something.
Yeah.
That was it.
Muppet babies. Oh yeah. 100%. My kids don't get in the Muppets. I tried. I've tried to do the Christmas one. I've done Treasure Island, the regular Muppets.
My wife swears by that Muppet Christmas Carol,
Mm-hmm.
and I had never seen it until like I met my wife.
So good though.
Did not know Michael Caine was up in that joint. I
Yeah.
was like, Michael Caine.
Scrooge.
It became legitimate that moment where I saw he was in it. I was like, Michael Caine? Automatic thumbs up, right?
Yeah. We used to
It's
sing
good.
we used to when I used to sail I used to coach William Mary, College of William Mary sailing team years ago, and we used to make this freshmen learn the entire shanty from Muppet Treasure Island and make them sing it all like their first
I don't think I've
practice.
seen Muppet Treasure Island.
Sailing for adventure in the deep blue wet thing. Yeah, it's
Haven't seen it. Gotta check it out.
hey ho, we'll go anywhere the wind is blowing. Anyways.
Man, and there's so many Muppet movies though too that you can expose kids to if they do like them.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is Muppets Take Manhattan,
Okay.
and the other one I liked a lot was The Great Muppet Caper.
Yeah.
Classics in my opinion.
They're great. Are you a Muppet fan, Will? You're just like
Clearly.
laughing at us.
Clearly, no, I have never watched any of it, and I'm not laughing because I'm like, oh, you guys watch the Muppets. I'm just like, wow, you guys really know your Muppets.
Oh hell, dude! Back in the day, Muppets were the ish, man, and they were a lot more adult. Like the Muppet Show, which is by the way available, I think it's still available on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
If you ever get an opportunity to watch, like part of an episode of the Muppet Show, half of the jokes in that are so adult, and it's just such a far departure from what you think of the Muppets now.
Yeah.
Check
I
it
mean,
out.
even in the old movies were like that.
Oh yeah, very adult.
They had tons of like adult humor type jokes.
Oh yes.
And breaking the fourth wall all the time. Like
Uh-huh.
the Muppets break fourth wall all the time, like because they know they're in a story. It's great. Now that's more common in cinema.
Yeah.
But back then, I mean, really, it was that and Ferris Bueller were the only two movies that broke the fourth wall. It was, yeah.
And then in the
Muppets?
2000s, the Muppets had a show. It was like basically their version of 30 Rock. It
Okay.
was just called Muppets, like with a period.
Okay.
It was only on for like one season. I loved every episode of that, and it didn't get renewed. And I was like, son of a gun.
Long live Statler and Waldorf.
Statler Waldorf are the dudes. Man.
Statler.
You want to talk about some guys just throwing all kinds of shade. That's all they do is throw shade. Love them.
They're the old guys in the balcony.
Yeah, Muppets are kind of like Contra if you think about it. All they need is some bones. Well, I guess they're not like they're
I think
controlled.
they're
They have little like wire sticks.
Yeah, they're wires. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried.
So many awesome Muppets.
I tried to bring it back. Okay.
Yeah. Try it.
Sorry, chat.
16% of the Muppets are good.
Ugh.
16%.
That's 16% of them.
16%.
So
Well, I'm
Any
just
other
gonna
thoughts?
say. I'm just gonna say to summarize this chapter. Bones as a symbol of hope.
I should drink more. I should drink more.
I had to do it. I'm sorry.
Just so I don't get triggered. Just so I don't get triggered.
sacks full of bones. Yes, they're sacks full of bones.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We stick a hand inside of it. Yeah, that's what they are.
Bag of
Yeah.
bones.
Yep, yeah.
A
yeah.
bag of bones.
Uh-huh.
Bag of antlers.
Bag of antlers, yes. Bag of bones. Either way, still works.
Still works.
Mhm.
All right. So anything else from these chapters since we're kind of wrapping up now?
Nah.
Favorite character? And why is
Oh.
it Tensoon?
Shoot. Who was my favorite character? I didn't even think about it. Because it kind of jumped around a little bit.
Mine's definitely Spook because Spook is growing on me. I never really disliked Spook ever. I just thought he was a weird, quiet guy, and now he's growing on me. So I'm excited to see where Spook's going.
Oh, I get to say Clubs.
You can say clubs.
I get to say Clubs because Clubs showed up in a flashback.
Very good. I'll
Hooray.
do Let's see. Norden got 16.
Oh,
Horrible.
you
Just
all
delete that
terrible.
whole chapter.
Y'all love to just needle me when you get the opportunity. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take
Poke
it.
the bear. Poke the bear.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take it.
Will is now my favoritist. There you go. 'Cause you
I
picked
mean,
Sp- 'cause you
yeah,
picked Spook.
because he picked Spook, and I've got no problem with Spook. No
I
problem.
thought that when I was reading it. I was like,
Yeah.
Spook is definitely the one.
Yeah, Spook he's coming to his own, slowly but surely.
Yeah.
He's having to go through some things to get there, but yeah, he's definitely coming to his own.
How do you think that the people of the city are going to react if they? Do you think they're going to see him? Like he's escaped the fire now. Like what do you think the implications of all this are?
Yeah, he was hallucinating. He's gonna go out on the roof like Kelsier said, and they're just gonna throw a spear at him, and he's gonna die.
Oh no, that'd be terrible. Like that scene in that whatchamacallit movie. Look at me, Ma, top of the world, top of the world. I didn't take him out. That would be so bad.
Yeah, that's a good question, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what happens with this. Does he use the opportunity with his rebirth to change the Church of Kelsier because he is so annoyed by people doing things in Kelsier's name, and he knew Kelsier. He's like that that joint that happened with was it Dukakis or whatever, and he's like, "Sir, I knew Jack Kennedy, blah 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 blah." Is it going to be like that? He's like, "I knew Kelsier. Kelsier would not have stood for this." I could see that happening.
Yeah, be the voice of Kelsier.
Oh yeah, the true voice of Kelsier.
Yeah,
that would be great. I would love to see that. The unspoiled, true voice of Kelsier, because no one else is speaking for Kelsier, and these other people knew him well, and they're still not speaking up. They're still kind of just following along, and they knew him. It's not
I think a lot of the crew has mixed feelings about Kelsier, and they've talked about this openly. Whereas I think Spook still reveres Kelsier in a certain way. Other ones are like, Kelsier got us into this crap. Like,
right, because they're mad because he didn't really have a plan.
Right.
So they're still bitter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
What happened to the other thieving guy that he was with? Maybe he'll come back.
What other?
The guy he was walking around with before they got into this sticky mess. The other thieving dude. The hell was his name?
Dern.
Dern. Yeah.
Is that the name?
Yeah, Dern and Quellian.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quellian's the main guy.
I don't know. Maybe they'll show back up.
Not the citizen. Quellian's the leader.
He's the bad guy.
He's the
right.
Can't be him. Dern. Right. I think it was Dern.
Yeah, it's Dern. I looked.
Dern is definitely the guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he's outside like, oh crap, he's burning alive, and he'll see him come out. And, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because it's like he got into that situation on his own, in that city. So yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
I would like it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, next week we'll be doing 4 chapters. 25, 26, 27, and 28.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's what we're doing.
All right.
It's weird because these books, Mistborn does not have chapter titles. So, like, normally in my other on Will Reads, so like, what do you think about these chapter titles coming up? What do you think about 25, the number 25? Yeah.
Lord have mercy. So this name changing thing has just gone off the rails.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It has become his own sideshow, which just the name changes. I cannot. I'm so glad I'm mentioning this on what might be for those who are only listening to it in an audio format are going to have no clue what's happening.
Yeah. No, there's some interesting stuff happening.
Oh man! So go check the YouTube video, please.
Sure.
Oh my.
Anyways, so how we can be found is at thecosmereads.com. You can find links to all of our stuff there.
Oh no.
I hate all of you now. I'm losing it here. This thing is going completely off the rails.
You can find links to everything there. As our show's going downhill fast.
It's going real quick downhill. Okay.
Find our merchandise links, Patreon, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, show us some love or not.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. And anything else we got for this week, guys, before we go ahead and sign off?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yeah, like and subscribe, write reviews, do all the good stuff. The algorithm
Yes,
gods
yes,
love
yes.
it. So see y'all next time. Thank you for watching the Cosmere Reads.
Gosh dang, gosh dang fresh. Gosh dang, gosh dang fresh.